my dear students, welcome to KGH Academy. My name is Dr. B. Naresh. In this video, I want to discuss one Group 1 Mains Science and Technology topic, immunity. So introduction to immunity. This is direct, today this topic is directly present in your syllabus. This sentence directly present in your syllabus. Introduction to immunity. So that's why you can expect compulsory question from this video. In Group 1 Main Science and Technology, the direct statement, a direct sentence in syllabus is Introduction to Immunity. So in this video, I want to give some information about the immunity. So definition, meaning, concept, types, etc. So that's why this video very important. First here I am giving definition, meaning of immunity. So immunity is a Latin word. Immunity comes from Latin word immunity. So immunity is meaning is free. So free from diseases, free from pathogens. So immunity is a capacity. So fighting against diseases, particularly microorganism related diseases, pathogens. Because of the immunity in our body, microorganisms eliminated. Because of the immunity, that particular type of disease is not possible in our body. Okay, so immunity means free. Free means free from pathogens, free from infections. So here immunity is a resistance to infections. Because of the immunity, we are developing resistance to infections, and it is not possible of the disease in our body, that type of the disease, or a particular type of disease. For example, resistance against TB, meaning TB not possible in our body, or not affect in our body. In case affected, it not cause that much damage. So here, so in immunity, what happens? So it recognizes the different type of the chemicals, toxins, and microorganisms, and our body eliminate them through different methods, by using different factors, different materials, different mechanisms. So here, recognition and disposal of non-self material. Non-self material means which not belongs to in our body. So in immunity, what happens? So our body recognized different chemicals, materials, pathogens which are not belongs to in our body. So harmful chemicals, harmful bacteria, etc. and eliminate them, and body throw outside. So this way, recognition and disposal of the non-self material, foreign body, other than our body is called the here immunity. Or next, so this is a one type of the protective mechanism. So a person contains high immunity, meaning great level of protection. So that's why increasing immunity compulsory, and studying of immunity is called immunology. So here immunity definition, meaning resistance to infections, capacity to fight against the infectious diseases, microorganisms. So and recognition and disposal of the non-self material is equal to immunity. So these are the different types of definition to immunity. And next, immunity characters. Immunity shows some specialties characters. First one is a specificity. So here one particular type of the antigen stimulates one particular antibody, or one particular type of antigen, one particular type of antibody produced. So antigen, antibody is always interrelated. To neutralize one type of the antigen, our body produces a particular type of antibody only. One antibody, not act on all antigens. Any material, any microorganism, chemicals other than our body, chemicals, materials, toxins, particularly microorganisms like bacteria, virus, protozoans, etc. So in our body act like antigens. These are the non-self our body material. So foreign bodies. Our body recognizes all these chemicals, materials, pathogens as antigens. In response to this, our body produces antibodies. Antibodies neutralize or kill. Next, eliminate the microorganisms or next chemicals, toxins, etc. So particular antibody act on only particular antigen. One antigen, one antibody not act on all antigens. So this is the specificity. So for particular antigen, a particular antibody only produced. So this is called the specificity of antigen. And diversity. So different antigens, different antibodies. So one antibody not work on all the antibodies, or because of the one antigen stimulus, same type of antibodies are not produced. So this is called diversity. And next, memory. So in case antibodies are lost, antibodies are reduced, no doubt our immunosystem, white blood cells, immunosystem contains memory cells present. When infection enter in our body or that type of the any microorganism enter in our body, immediately memory cells activated and produced antibodies. So one of the immunosystem character is memory. So memory cells present in our body. In our body means in immunosystem. So in white blood cells. And next, defense system. So sometimes here immunity because of releasing some chemicals. Sometimes immunity because of the inactivating that virus, bacteria and other microorganism. Sometimes it's kill that microorganism, or sometimes cells eat that microorganism. For example, phagocytosis. White blood cell shows phagocytosis, and other cells, liver Kupffer cell shows phagocytosis. So phagocytosis means cell eating. Here immunosystem related cells eat bacteria and other microorganisms, particularly bacteria. So this way, by eating that microorganisms or inactivating that microorganisms, or by releasing some chemicals, they inactivate that microorganism, that chemical. So this is nothing but defensive mechanism. Okay, they eliminate, they reduce the effect of microorganisms, toxins, chemicals. So by releasing some chemicals, our body shows defensive mechanism, or by eating, killing of certain microorganisms, our body shows defense mechanism. So these all are the characters or specialties of immunosystem. So what are they? Specificity, diversity, and memory, and defensive system. Okay, and next, here types of immunity. Immunity total two types. One is innate immunity, second one acquired immunity. Innate immunity meaning present from birth onwards. So birth to birth, that means birth to continue that immunity. It is not stimulated by the external factors. So acquired immunity meaning birth onwards, by different methods our body developed some resistance mechanism. So because of the various factors, various reasons, natural infections, or so through the vaccines, in different methods our body developed this resistance mechanism, that is called the acquired immunity. So anyhow, here I am giving these two detailedly, types of innate immunity, types of acquired immunity, their specialties, etc. detailedly. So in this first one, so see, dear students, you convert this immunity types into this type of the tables. So first, immunity, two types. Okay, so one is innate and adaptive or acquired. Adaptive types, so natural, artificial. Again natural two types, passive, active, and artificial also two types, passive, active. Like this, dear students, you convert this information to table forms, picture, so diagram forms, or particular table form, flow chart form, then it become very easy. Okay, it is not possible to remember hundreds of 10 pages, 15 pages of this information. So that's why you convert it into this type of the flow chart. So here, for example, here I am giving a flow chart model in this slide. So you convert all this information into this way, it's become easy. So anyhow, here we are discussing all these detailedly. First one, innate immunity. So innate immunity. So innate immunity also called natural immunity, native immunity. So present at the time of the birth, because of our genes, etc., we are showing some immunity. Okay, so these are present birth onwards. acquired immunity, later after birth by different methods we are getting immunity. But here native immunity is a natural immunity, okay, individual immunity, okay. So present from birth onwards. Again, this is the three types. See here natural immunity, native immunity because of the genes. That's why native immunity or natural immunity different to different persons. So different persons, different types. Okay. So here three types of the innate immunity. One is racial immunity. So a particular race, because of the special genes, they are showing immunity, the one particular type of immunity. So here depends upon race also immunity present. For example, so anthrax common to normal sheep, but Algerian sheep shows resistance to the anthrax. That means anthrax bacteria not cause any damage to Algeria sheep. So, but anthrax bacteria very cause damage and death of this normal sheep. That means based on particular organism, both are same sheeps, but based on race, here immunity different. So here I am giving human related examples. See, yellow fever. Okay, so very common to many people, but tropical area people shows resistance to yellow fever. So yellow fever very common in temperate regions and polar regions in many areas. But so here some tropical, so people they are showing resistance to the yellow fever. So same humans, but based on particular race because of the special genes, they are showing the resistance. One more example, human related. Malwa Island people shows polio, resistance to polio. So that means polio virus not cause damage to them. Polio disease not possible to in this race. So like this, based on a organism or based on particular people, particular race, particular area person, so resistance present. This is because of the again genes, specialty in their body. So this present from their birth onwards and total life present. So for example here some tropical people who are showing resistance to this yellow fever, this present in their lifelong continuously, not temporary a particular time. So this way, so racial immunity based on race or a organism, some immunity present from their birth onward, this is called racial immunity. And next, okay, individual immunity, person to person. Here resistance different. For example, same cold virus, rhinovirus, cold caused by rhinovirus, they shows effect on one person but not effect on the other person. TB, so infected to some persons, not infected to other persons. Like many diseases, infectious diseases shows effect on some persons. That means they are frequently affect, others are not affect. So best example, fever, allergy, COVID, cold, etc. Some are allergic to some chemicals, pollen grains, chemicals, and next viruses, etc. Some are not developed. So person to person, here resistance different. For example, COVID. Some are show severe effects in COVID, so more problems, severe effect. Some are not affecting. So like this person to person, here resistance different because of their genes or their body mechanism. For allergies, cold, TB, COVID-19 and other diseases, person to person different. Same microorganism in some persons cause more damage and other persons not causing any damage. Or same chemical, same material, so in some persons severe allergic reactions and other persons medium, or so sometimes there is no allergic reactions. So like this, so individual to individual also here immunity different. And third one, species immunity. Here species to species immunity different. Some species only affected to certain microorganisms, or certain disease only possible in certain species. For example, all plant virus not infect to the human. All human virus bacteria not infected to the plant. All plant diseases not possible any infection to human. Are human infectious diseases not cause diseases in plants? Some viruses, bacteria shows effect only on plants, but not in humans, not in other animals. For example, birds affect many diseases, normal animal affect many diseases. That virus, bacteria not cause any disease in humans. The pathogens which are cause disease in birds, cattle, etc. not cause any disease in humans. Are human viruses, bacteria not cause diseases in birds, cattle and other animals. Like this species to species immunity different. That means that virus, if enter in our body, not cause any damage because of the immunity. For example, a plant pathogen, a bacteria, a virus enter in our body. So that not cause any disease in our body because of the immunity. So this way, so organism to organism, species to species, immunity different. So other species, most of the cases, other species, so plants, so animals, so other species, bacteria, virus, fungi, microorganism, not cause any damage to our body, not cause disease in our body because of the genes and here particularly species related immunity. Otherwise, all microorganism causing disease in all organisms means, so it is not possible to survive of humans and other organisms. Okay, so here for example, tetanus only in humans but not in birds. Tetanus bacteria, Clostridium tetani, infect only the humans. In case it is enter into birds, it not cause any problem. Next, human and animals. All human virus not infected to animals. All animal virus not affected to humans. Some exceptions, 3-4 examples exceptions remaining. So all human diseases, virus, bacteria not infected to all the animals. So reverse, all animals, bacteria, virus not affected to in humans. Next, human and plant. Same, human pathogenic microorganisms not cause damage to plant or not, plant viruses, bacteria not shows effect on humans. Again, animal and plant. So like this, organism to organism, species to species, here immunity different. So this is called species immunity. So like this, innate immunity, so 3 types. So racial immunity and individual immunity, species immunity. Okay, so here exclusively you can expect a question on innate immunity, so types, mechanism, etc. See here, species immunity, racial immunity and next individual immunity. So because of the genes, their body response. Okay, so their body action mechanism. Next, factors influence native immunity. Even a person to person immunity different, but some factors influence on that person to develop native immunity. Again, native immunity also not common in all the people because of some reasons. Based on age, here immunity different. Based on nutrition, immunity different. Even in case you are using any immunosuppressant drugs, here immunity different. Some steroids decrease our immunity. Age also influence on immunity. So like this, different factors influence innate immunity. So here I am giving different factors which are influence our individual immunity. One is age. Old age, low immunity. Newborn children, very low immunity. Young, 13, 14 to 25, 30 years, generally they shows more immunity. So here infants, children, low immunity. Old age people, low immunity because body mechanism like that. Okay, generally adults very high immunity, old age very low immunity like this. And next, hormones. Some hormones also influence the immunity. So for example, TSH, thyroid stimulating hormone, insulin is low in any persons, here low immunity. That's why thyroid, persons who are suffering here thyroid problem, that means hypothyroidism and diabetes, generally so they shows low immunity. That's why they frequently infected diseases. allergies, some other diseases, cough, cold, very common. Reason, when TSH is very low, and here insulin problem, diabetes, so insulin low immunity. That's why doctors advise them, so take more precautions. Persons who are diabetic or hypothyroidism, etc. And next, so anybody using more corticosteroids. In many diseases, for example, COVID-19 and for other diseases, doctors generally use steroids, corticosteroids, prednisone, methylprednisone, etc. So common corticosteroids. So these are decrease the immunity. That's why after COVID-19, you can see more black fungus cases, because the part of the COVID treatment, they are using corticosteroids. So these corticosteroids reduce the immunity. Organ transplantation. After organ transplantation, generally doctors give immunosuppressant drugs. So part of the cancer and many other treatments, doctors give the immunosuppressant drugs. So in these people, because of the drugs, chemicals, immunity decreases. That's why these are affected to more and more microorganism related diseases. So like this, so anybody using this type of the corticosteroids, other chemicals, immunity become low. And next, nutrition. Here nutrition also play important role, particularly proteins, vitamins, minerals increase immunity. That's why here doctors advise to take here immunity boosters. Immunity boosters means micronutrients like vitamins and minerals, vitamin A, vitamin C, vitamin E, like this. Okay, some are act like antioxidants. Infants generally not interested to eat, so that's why low immunity. One reason, nutrition. Protein diets, good protein diet increase immunity. That's why after COVID and to reduce the cough, cold, doctors advise take more nutrients, more micronutrients. Like this, nutrient deficiency also here decrease the immunity. In taking more and more vitamins, minerals, micronutrients, protein increase the immunity. See here. So proteins, vitamins and particular minerals, TB, flu, COVID, to reduce these, doctors advise take more nutrients, more micronutrients. So because of the more micronutrients, vitamins, minerals, our body developed resistance, so fighting against the particular diseases. And next, so acquired immunity. So up to here, here innate immunity completed. Innate immunity types and factors affecting innate immunity completed. Next, acquired immunity or adaptive immunity. So lifetime from birth onwards, the birth after minute, next, so up to our total lifetime, so we are increasing, we are getting some immunity, we are acquiring immunity. This is again different methods. This is not because of the genes or individual body mechanism. Because of the various reasons, various methods, here immunity developed in our body. Antibodies are developed in our body. Or sometimes directly we are taking antibodies to increase immunity. So here adaptive immunity, acquired immunity or adaptive immunity, so different types. Okay. So in this what happens? Antigens enter in our body from birth to, so total our lifetime, because of the antigen, antibodies are produced. So because of the antigen, antibodies produced, antibodies, because of the antibodies, immunity development. Because of the antibody, that microorganism totally eliminated from our body. So our body clean these dangerous infections related microorganisms. And sometimes to reduce the antigen effects, microorganisms effects, we are taking antibodies. So here in adaptive or so acquired immunity, antigens, antibodies are play important role. So because of the antigen, here bacteria, virus, microorganisms, so chemicals, toxins act like antigens. In response to these antigens, our immunosystem, white blood cells produced antibodies. These antibodies destroy or eliminate, inactivate antigens. This way, we are become from the become free from that disease. So we are developing resistance to that disease. So here in acquired immunity, adaptive immunity, antigens, antibodies are present.